Hello, good people. Ah, this is Juliana, and you're watching Bloom with Juliana. I know this is different from what you've always seen on my channel, but today I want to do something different. And my voice is a little bit rough. I don't know what just happened. We are often encouraged to try new things, and that is exactly what I'm doing with this video. But before we get started on today's video, or rather on today's chat, I want to be taking my breakfast because, well, it's morning and I have to really be sure that I beat the time. So I'll be applying some peanut butter on my bread. I already have my coffee here. So yeah. So today, yeah, it's new. I'm yet to open it. So I don't know. Oh, I had to cut my nails short because of work. So this is going to take a while. Oh shit. This is how you remember I'm only eating this peanut butter alone. So my teeth are not cooperating today. I'd end up cutting it in a way that I don't like. Because, well, I'm the kind of person that wants their Colgate, or rather their toothpaste, pushed from the end. So it goes without saying that I'd want to have my peanut butter covered this aluminum foil after every use. So I'm gonna take my time just so I remove it well, even though it's starting to look like this might be a lost cause. I don't know. Yeah. It's better. Don't like it this way, but it's better than just tearing it up and throwing it away. So, I like peanut butter. I've actually not tried this bluebird peanut butter. This is the first time I'll be trying it. But, well, let's see. All this time I have been buying blueband separately and peanut butter separately. And then I would apply peanut butter together with the blueband just to make it easy for me to spread the peanut butter. I still feel like it could be because my bread is really fluffy or something. I don't know, but it's not as hard to spread this peanut butter on a bread as it has been with the other peanut butters that I've used. Then I always loved the chocolate peanut butter one. I may just still find myself just bite for eating it up, like every other time, pulling a spoon out. Yeah, like licking peanut butter, like it's ice cream. It's although when you eat it so much, it could cause you to have some discomfort with your throat and something of the sort. So it's not something you want to really make a habit of doing. So today, it's been a while actually before I ate bread and peanut butter. So I'm gonna just pour it. Yep, put it away. Finish spreading on the slice of bread. So if you've been following my videos, if you watched all my other videos, you probably can already see that I'm at a different location. I'm at a different place. And yes, it's because I moved. I'm no longer in Nairobi. I moved from working in Nairobi in the same company more or less. Now I'm in Molo, Nakuru, and that is as far as I'm willing to share about my work, at least at this moment. So yeah, it's still growing, still going in this process, trusting the process, every step, being open to change and to opportunities, wherever they are. I'm really privileged because I'm not married, I don't have kids, I don't have anybody that's relying on me. I'm solely my only responsibility. And at the point of my life, it's very easy for me to just pack and move. And so I decided to just accept the opportunity and just move because, well, I'm in that time of my life where moving is easy, change is very easy because I don't have much to consider. I only have to consider the opportunity and how it will work out for me. So basically, that's it. I'm really taking advantage of this point of my life, of this point of the process, just to allow myself to grow, to allow myself to bloom in wherever that I'm planted. And now, as I begin this new chapter of my life here in Nakuru County, the city of what opportunities? The city of, I think, God, I need to familiarize myself with this county because now I live here. But I think it's like the place of endless opportunities, of something like that, just a place with many opportunities. And it's true, Nakuru is a beautiful county. It's a wide county, and I'm sure I'll enjoy being here. The only aspect I don't really enjoy, but I'm getting acclimated to just slowly and okay, is the cold. This place is chilly even when there is sun. But I think now I'm good. It's almost 2 weeks since I came here, and it's getting better every day. I have my jumper on throughout the day on top of my overall, but I like it so far. So yes, that's the story of the setting that you see. And yeah. So this morning, I thought to myself, why not just look back at the plans I had for this year and see how far I am, what I need to do, what I need to work on. And so this is like my bullet journal of some kind. I could not afford a classy one at the end of last year. Maybe I will this year or next year, but it does not matter because then I had time to just put in my own design in the book, just write out, and I can see the leading quote on my journal, in this 2023 journal or planner, was to achieve what I want, I must be prepared to do what I've not done before. And my focus areas were growth, to really get focused on what I want, self-efficacy, it's the belief in my abilities, then adventure, and the fifth one was money. And for me, money was a big part, and still is, because I believe that money is the key to so many things that we want to achieve in our lives. For me, money is the key to be going back to school. It's the key to me traveling the world. It's the key to me living the kind of life that I want to live. So for me, money is a big one, just to get myself savvy about money, get as much knowledge and wisdom around money as I can, and to not only decide to do things, but to commit to actually get to doing what is required of me. And so for me, money is a big thing for me this year. And yes, there are things I need to do. There are debts I need to pay. Yes. You wonder what I've been doing with the money that I am in debt, but some of these debts go back years. It's, for me, the debts that I need to clear, at least this year. And I've allowed myself the permission to clear away debts. I know financial advisors advise that if you're on this debt journey, to first build a buffer for you and then pay debt. But for me, the debt is not that much. I can afford to pay the debt first and then build my buffer later. I can also do the other way around. I'm yet to decide. But yeah, we'll see there. I can see some major resolutions for 2023. One of them was to really be consistent with YouTube. It's been a challenge the last month, but I'm committed to change that now and just be committed. The other one is to publish a book. Yes, I'm writing a book, actually writing 2 books at the same time. I don't think I'll make to publish by the end of the year, but my plan is to have a complete manuscript by the end of the year that's ready to be edited. The other one is to save up an emergency fund to 100k Kenya shillings. The other is to get my passport. Yes, I'll be going to get my biometrics taken at the end of this month. So that's already in. I already applied, paid, got the appointment date, and I'll be going to get my biometrics taken. Then get my driver's license. These I just need to go to eCitizen. I already did the class, did the exam. I need to pay for the license and have it. The other resolution was to fly to Mombasa. Yes, I have never flown in an aeroplane, and this year, I think if I do anything for myself, is I need to just experience the traveling by air. So the best place for me to fly where I won't be in a position to spend too much is Mombasa, because then I can combine that with visiting family and going to the beach, of course. The other one I prefer not to say, but with everything else that I want to do, I think these will have to wait just a little bit, but I'm okay with that. And just looking, those goals that you make. But there is one thing that I promised myself at the beginning of this year, is that I would focus on me. That 2023 was the year where I focused on growing me and becoming a better me in everything that I do. Growing as a person, physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, financially, and socially. Just, fill my wealth so that I can be able to fill other people's wealth. Just to be able to draw from what I have to give to people, rather than run empty and then lack anything to give. So for me, 2023, I'm focusing on me. I'm that selfish, and I'm okay with that. When I thought about it, I was skeptical. I was afraid of what people would think when they heard me say this. But right now, simply put, I don't care. I am working on me, and knowing how important that is for me is enough to allow me to continue doing what I'm doing. And so, just looking at all the plans I made. Oh my god. Oh, I've not even failed. Oh my god. This is not good. This is not good. Well, my wish list. I have a lot of things to do. But it's wow. Oh, I'm thinking this wish list will have to take a backseat, because all of this require money, and I'm not at liberty to spend the amount of money that's required here this year alone. The only thing in this wish list that I can afford to do is to fly, to have a solo photo shoot at least 1 month in these remaining 5 months. The other one has maybe to do with getting a yoga mat and some weights for exercising in the house, and maybe dinner at a fancy restaurant, just treat myself. And then everything else, I'll have to move to 2024. I know it's only August, but I'm looking at my finances now, and I'm like, if I do this, I won't pay off my debts, and I won't be able to accumulate an emergency fund. So these will have to take the things that I can do later. So it's okay. Then this year I have read a lot of books, but I've also read a lot of novels. I think among all the books, 70% has to be novels. And simply because there's a point of time, I think like 2 months in it, some 2 months, around, I think 3 months, that's May, June, and July, I was reading novels just to get to understand the different kind of delivery and writing of content in the novels for my book. So I've read a lot of novels on Wattpad, and wow, well, I have so many stories in my head. Sometimes they just jumbled around because they're too many, and some of the plots are always almost the same. It's like movies. You know, the way you watch so many movies and then you just okay. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah, this is possible. It's very possible. Very, very possible. So I think it's important for each of us to just look back to our plans, because they do something when you see what you had planned and you realize you've not done anything about it. So I believe it's really important for every person to go back to their plans, go back to them and just see what is it that you wanted to do, what is it that you've done, what is it that you're doing, and what is it that you need to do. So just go back to your plans, because I believe that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, because there is nothing, you won't be able to achieve anything if you let everything happen when you feel like it, because some of these times you don't feel like doing anything. So I challenge you, just go back to your plans, go through them and just read. Like now I'm reading about, well, now at the end of June, I decided to just sit down and refocus on really what I needed to do. Oh my goodness, things really change in a short time. Things can really change because well, I'm like, well, it's good that I did that. But I like it because when you're going back to your plans, you're able to refocus on what's really important to you and what's really important for you to do to achieve your goals and your aspirations. I believe it puts you in a position where you're able to refocus on your health, your career, your personal growth, and just life in general by simply refocusing on your routines and habits. It's the little things that actually make the big changes. So I'm learning every day to just stop living in a life of, in the mindset of life goes on, things will happen. I am comfortable, especially that last one. I'm learning how dangerous it is to live in the mindset of I'm comfortable, I don't need to do anything. Because the moment you are comfortable, that's the moment when you lose the drive to do things, because why are you doing them? You're already comfortable. You don't need to exert any more energy. So it's changing that from life goes on and I'm comfortable and just I can give myself grace endlessly. It's good to be soft on yourself at times, to give yourself grace, but there is the danger of always remaining in the same place. And I believe also that if you're not growing, you're dying. You and it's a very, I don't know how to say it, but it's not a good position to be in. So I, I I believe in pushing myself and just doing things differently, because growth is in change, and change opens up new opportunities, new ways of learning, and so many things. So uh and I shared a community post the other day, and I simply just said that don't just decide, commit. Don't just decide to change your habits, to exercise, to journal, to do things differently. Commit to actually doing those things. Commit to exercising a certain amount of time. Commit to doing those things. So, and it's interesting because I can talk and talk and talk, but it's just it's being intentional, just allowing yourself to do things in the way that will make the most impact for you and will allow you to just grow. It's the desire plus planning, and then the unwavering focus on what you want, and just being intentional, being disciplined, and just understanding that you need to take actions. It's not just about deciding, but it's about taking actions and all. So I think just I hope that you got something from all that chit chatting. I know I was all over the place. I was mainly probably even just talking to myself and just reminding myself why it is that I do this every other time. And I hope that you can take time and just look back on your plans, what you need to do, and such like. Just find it in, just do something, just act. Yeah, and be open to change, especially if you're in a position where you're single, you don't have a family, you're the only responsibility for you. Yeah, guys, take that opportunity, because things will only get complicated. Things will only get complicated. Things will only get more. The responsibilities will only get more. So now that you are the only responsibility to yourself, take that and use that to your advantage in every way that you can. So I'm grateful that you've been here with me. Thank you for listening to me. And I plan to do more of these chit chats, just talk about different topics and issues from a point of just thinking out loud. And I hope that as I look back inwards and talk to you or talk with you, that you gain something from these talks. So thank you for being here. And as always, go out, be you, do you, and always do your best.